Hey everyone, Ronan here. Today we're checking out a band I've never heard before, which is called Sabaton. This was recommended to me by someone in my Discord, Warwolf, so thank you very much for bringing them to my attention. They've been in my Discord for a long time and have been around since my early days of reacting with Wolf's Rain and stuff like that, so I decided to check out one of their suggestions and see what this is all about. And I did do some slight reading on just in the description here, and I guess this is kind of based off of an actual historic event, December 24th, 1914, an unofficial Christmas truce was enforced on the Western Front. An act of trust and harmony, British and German soldiers mingled and played games together in the midst of one of the most atrocious events of the 20th century. In World War I don't think this is the same event I've heard before, but I think what I'm thinking maybe have happened in World War II between German soldiers and US soldiers. Okay, so I just did a quick look up, and sure enough, there is another story that happened in 1944 between German and American soldiers during the Battle of the Bulge. So yeah, there's been a couple instances in which that was done. So good on those soldiers for just kind of putting aside differences and just living in peace, even if it was just for a moment. So okay, so there's a bit of a backstory behind this video, so I at least know it, and it's an 8-minute long video, longer than that. So I'm assuming this is just gonna be like a story that's gonna be kind of woven into all this, but yeah, we'll just check this out. I've never heard this band, and just so you guys know, I am a musician, so I do tend to look at things from that point of view, more from an instrumental standpoint. I don't usually listen to lyrics and vocals a whole lot, but we'll see what this does. Alright, so we got a whole kind of reenactment kind of thing.
Grenade! Grenade!
Oh. It's pretty good production value for a music video.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thomas! Come on!
We've got a rock. Okay, so we got a bit of a Christmassy melody intertwined.
Silence. Oh, I remember the silence on a cold winter day. After many months on the battlefield, and we were used to the violence. Then all the cannons went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from
Very powerful voice.
we are all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay to rest on snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our Christmas on the front, far from home.
Okay, so this is gonna be like epic as fuck, right? So
Madness, how I remember the sadness. to peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay to rest on the snowflakes. On Christmas in the trenches, on Christmas on the front, far from home.
That's the most metal nylon string I've ever heard. But we gotta make it accurate to the time, so. It really gives me Nightwish vibes. I don't know which band came first or if that was not the thing to say, but it's the only other band I can think of that sounds like similar to this that I'm aware of. It's just very triumphant, the chord progressions. Yeah, it's got like that kind of Viking, kind of triumphant vibe going on, and a little bit of that prog rock in there too. The melody tends to just kind of keep going and progress. Oh, was that it? Okay, so it's just credits from here, but I'm gonna let it play out since the song technically has not ended, so. Very cinematic music too. They must have a guy on synths playing some of the orchestral parts too, I assume. Okay, so they do have a guy on keys. Now is that it? Wow. You know it's entertaining when they make 8.5 minutes go by like that. That felt like 3.5 to 4 minutes to me, to be honest. I will say that this type of music isn't necessarily like my go-to, but just kind of like with Nightwish, they make like these really upbeat, triumphant types of music where I can just imagine whenever people are at their shows, it's just nothing but good vibes because it's just so positive and uplifting and triumphant and makes you feel like you can fight a bear and actually win. I know nothing about this band, so I don't know like where they're from, but perhaps some of you can educate me on that. So yeah, like I think while I was watching that video, I think I was just really interested in just seeing like what a live show would look like with them. I'm sure there's a crap ton of people and everybody's singing the words at the same time, that kind of thing. This wasn't one of those like super shreddy kind of videos where, you know, it's just a guitar player wanking off and, you know, it's just nothing but just endless solos and stuff like that. And I do appreciate that. It was kind of more, it seemed like it was more about telling a story than anything. And when there was a solo, it was more of like a tasteful kind of moment to do that in. And it didn't take like minutes at a time necessarily. It was just right. Everything was tastefully done. Great vocals, very powerful vocalist, unique tone. And it just, you know, again, it sounds like I'm listening to a Viking sing. Just like this like super testosterone filled, you know, kind of music that's just designed to just like amp you up, gas you up, whatever it does to you, and just like makes you want to just take on things and just destroy them. you know, again, me being, you know, not accustomed to this genre or this band or anything like that, I wonder if there's like a lot of bands that have been able to achieve this sound. I kind of feel like I haven't really run into a whole lot of them, and maybe not all of them can quite pull it off like quite like this. And I think it's great that there are bands like this that exist, because it's just a whole different thing. It's just a whole different genre. It does a whole different thing to you. So like the kind of listener I am is, you know, again, instrumentalist, but like in general though, I don't tend to pick favorites in regards to like, oh yeah, my favorite band of all time is this band or that band, because I feel like it really just depends on what my mood is. You know, even if I love Led Zeppelin or whatever, I can't listen to Led Zeppelin all the time. I gotta listen to other bands that take me elsewhere, that have different moods and complement whatever mood I'm in at that given time. And every now and then, for me at least, you gotta have a band like this just to shake things up. This is kind of like if I need some strange, I go to a band like this, because I usually, you know, again, I usually don't lean towards any kind of like prog rock or anything like that. Not that these guys are straight up prog, not that I would know, I've only heard one song, but there's a little bit of progression, you know, in there going on. So I usually don't tend to lean towards that. So I do appreciate when I do run into a band like that that's able to pull off that sound really well, gas me up, and, you know, I'm ready to go. So that was pretty cool though. I enjoyed, that was for a first introduction, that was really fun. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want me to check out, feel free to let me know. But that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you next time.